Do you listen to music while you take a shower?
Sometimes.
I do it every time. So I pick every single song in order.
Because you need a vibe. You need a vibe for the shower.
There's a shampoo song. There's a body wash song.
I also am aware, like my neighbors, I was like, I know I've been playing this song too much. I got to switch it up.
That's crazy.
We have paper thin walls. It used to be a hotel.
Well, see, that's my problem.
That's
I
cool.
don't make playlists because I listen to the same music so much that if I made playlists, it would just be the same shit. So then when I listen to the mixes, there's like different stuff thrown in
That's
there.
crazy.
One of my goals for this summer was actually to make a playlist for my Hot Girl Summer.
Oh my god, I
I'm
have.
trying to have a hot girl summer too.
I'm trying to have a hot girl summer.
Should we all make a...
Should we all make a playlist?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's a good
Decade
segment. What would your
dialogue.
song be?
Oh,
Yeah, and I can
For
even
a
play
hot-
snippets of the songs.
Right.
Because they won't take it down.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, we need to talk about the Billie Eilish album, too.
Yes.
I went to the listening party.
I saw
That's
that was
crazy.
fire.
I thought you were at a concert, and I was like,
That's very
why is she not
Kanye.
singing?
Billie
That's really
Eilish
good. Yeah.
listening party.
See?
That's so cool.
Okay. I literally did that earlier this year,
Yeah.
and I got roasted on this show.
What?
For going to the
Oh,
Kanye
the
listening
Kanye
party.
Oh, okay. Can I just... so many thoughts.
All right. Episode 10. Episode 10.
Yeah, I was going to say...
Oh, wait, wrong sound effect. Sorry. God damn it. Hold on.
This was a great start to episode 10.
I love this.
This is
so
the
fun.
epitome of our show.
I'm playing a booing thing right now. Just so you know, Finley. All right. Episode 10. I'll just cut between what I just said to now. Episode 10. Decade Dialogue. We made it to episode 10. We're here. Mia, how you feeling?
Good.
Good.
Honestly, I didn't think we were going to make it to 10.
Yeah.
I wake up every day and say, how did we do this?
We'll talk about that in a
Who
second.
are
I
we
just gotta
becoming?
introduce the rest of the people in the room. You can see behind Mia Finley returning. Oh. I clicked the boo button by accident.
That's funny. That's funny.
I didn't mean to boo you, Finley. How you feeling back there?
That's okay. I'm good. Thank you for having me again.
Oh my God.
It's okay. I'll take the booze. I'll take it in stride. Honestly, if I have to hear that Finley one more time.
I'm sorry about that.
No, it's good that you made
it's
that.
good.
Jesse's here too, the producer. How you feeling, Jesse?
Woo, I'm feeling good. I was
Good.
feeling weird earlier because I had a job interview before this.
Oh, yeah. For what job?
Bro.
What kind of job is it? Like,
It's a science job. I would be in a lab again, cleaning up wet tissue that I'm pretty sure is from pig.
oh wow, that's great.
So bacon.
That's actually, it's for heart valves.
Oh God.
Damn.
So you're actually smart. You're actually smart. I'm
Yeah.
unemployed.
What are you doing?
Wait, what are you doing here?
Oh.
She's actually later on gonna dissect me. And it's gonna be really
Cut her
cool.
open. I'm here. I'm vibing. I'm having fun. I'm the producer, I guess, of this show.
Yeah, we've decided.
Yeah. The last episode was an audition for me,
It was.
and then I passed.
Yeah, there you go.
you did.
You did. Yeah.
The fact that episode came out so...
It was so funny.
And you know what? Probably came out a lot funnier because you were catching the vibe.
Well, I
switching back and forth.
ended up using the AI.
Oh,
Okay.
thanks.
So what did we
I
hire
was
Jesse
testing
for?
it out.
For no
I was
money.
testing it out.
They hired me to move a camera, but Lil switch it back and forth, and he didn't even do that for the
And then I figured out
episode.
the AI can do that for me and save me hours of time. And I was
Right,
like, you know what?
because-
Jesse, just come hang out and just look stuff up for
So
us.
Right.
a robot took my job.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much. Yes, Caesar's so busy now, so he needs an AI button.
Assistant, yeah. So episode 10, we released episode 8 and 9 out of order just to confuse people.
Yeah.
We're mysterious.
My mom literally texts me and goes, do you know that you did that? I'm like, Mom, you don't get it. The artistic vision that went in behind doing that. That took a lot of work and you just fucking ruined
It's a
it.
fucking bit, and you don't get it.
And then we also brag about how we haven't missed a week and then I skipped a week. Mysterious. Mysterious.
Yes, it's our job to throw people off course.
Yeah, I don't have to tell you what it means. Figure it out yourself.
Right. No, it was just not that mysterious. Caesar was really busy and he was being a big manager and well, I have no power when the episodes come out.
Mia can't really edit the show. I mean, you
No.
could. Could you?
I
If
would love to edit
if it came
for
down
you.
to
Yes.
it? You could? I mean, you don't have the computer to do. You
Yes, I
handle
do.
with 4K and everything.
I have Final Cut Pro, bitch.
Okay.
She was a YouTuber,
What do you got?
y'all.
Yeah, let's just
Adobe
we've
I
talked
forgot
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You may
Well,
have known
maybe.
me for my week of Brandy Melville outfits. What I wear in a week to work.
Yeah,
You know me.
I'd love for you to edit episode, see how it comes out.
Okay,
That would be so funny.
I'm scared now.
No, I saw your editing skills. They're good.
Did you?
Yeah, you did.
When did you see my editing skills?
Bitch, you sent me a video.
Did I send you my YouTube channel?
You sent me
Dang.
one video from your YouTube channel.
Damn, that should
Wait,
be a whole.
Damn, Finley
Serious.
I don't think Finley, have you seen one?
Bitch.
I know.
Whoa.
I buttered her up.
I
Betrayal first reaction
don't-
right now.
When
No,
did
that's
I
fine.
send
I'm
that
cool.
to
I think
you?
when we were in San Francisco, and I was
big
talking to you because I have YouTube
Okay,
videos.
the fact that you
too.
said, because when I was living in San Francisco,
You were
can I tell you,
probably-
I don't remember anything from
Yeah.
that. So I must have been edibled the fuck out.
No, you were.
Yeah.
No, you were. No, you were.
But that's awesome. Okay, but also scary for me because if I take an edible now and then somebody's like, oh, let me dig up your past. And I'm like, oh, here you go, here you go, here you go.
No,
Yeah.
you were literally like, I'm sending you the link and nothing else, and it doesn't work. Like I couldn't go back to your profile.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
So you can title this video "Me and Finley are no longer best friends."
Wow.
Me and Finley broke up. No,
Damn. Finley.
I promise. Well, I can't. Can you guys just turn away for a second so I can talk to my girl?
Oh, okay.
Baby, later on. Yeah, we're gonna kiss. Okay. And I'm gonna tell you how much I love you. Okay. I'm gonna look into your eyes. Okay. And we are gonna make sweet. I can't sweet since I'm not wearing headphones.
We'll deal with this when we get home.
Yeah.
We will discuss
Thanks,
this when
guys.
we get home.
Thank you. I needed that. I just needed to reassure babe.
It was very uncomfortable for us wearing
I
headphones.
just needed to reassure baby.
ASMR.
Should we start it with a fit check?
Oh.
Yeah, you go first.
Okay. Also, the new thing that we're gonna start doing for fit checks is
What?
no, I'm done with my joke. I'm done with my joke. You know what I was gonna say? The new thing we're gonna do for fit checks is every time we say what we're wearing, we have to take it off and then we're naked.
Oh.
Oh my
So
god, like,
Caesar, you go
What are you
first.
trying
like
to-
strip poker?
Yes. Instead, it's strip podcast.
I mean, it would get us some views.
No, yeah, I
Right.
would.
Exactly. So Caesar, why don't you go first and you demonstrate the new game?
Somebody walks in, we're all naked.
No, I'm just kidding. Just keep your clothes on.
Yeah, no. Do that. when you eventually meet Drunk Caesar, don't be saying stuff like that. Because he'll be like, challenge accepted.
Which we're gonna talk about your birthday.
Yeah,
we're
your
gonna talk
birthday.
about your birthday.
Next week, my birthday. Fit check. Okay, so I'm wearing this sweater thing. Sweater, really nice. I don't know.
You got it.
I hit the pen too hard. I like this color. It's kind of like burnt orange. And then I'm wearing this bolo tie. I like it. It's one of my favorites. I have
What
so many.
brand
now.
is the shirt?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's like it was vintage, I think.
Oh, cool.
Like, not like-
Vintage moment.
Yeah. And then what else? I'm wearing my ring, and then I got an Apple Watch because I'm a manager now and I have manager things to do. So
That's sexy.
yeah.
Nice.
And then I'm wearing my Obey jeans, and then my shoes that I wear every week. The
Article numbers.
Article numbers. Yeah. I was gonna wear
I'm
these
a fan.
slippers, but I was like, I need to walk up these stairs. I can't.
So funny that you said that because slipper. Yeah, actually, thank you for that because that hurt, and I've been working out a little bit, so I'm trying to get more limber, but it's still sore. Okay, my leg is still sore, and I can't lift it above my head. I feel like Finley could.
I can.
Thank you. My house is getting painted, so these were just clothes that I found in my car to record today. Finley was kind enough to let me use her shower, so I don't stink.
Yeah.
But
Not literally, but
Figuratively, yeah.
colloquially.
do you want me to come over there and get you? Because I will.
Shove my armpit in your face to prove it.
Yeah, I would. I really would. I'm wearing this pearl snap from Urban Outfitters. I'm wearing this Brandy Melville t-shirt. Sorry, my tits. Yeah, thank you. That's a gentleman right there. I'm wearing, what's the number of these jeans, Finley? 569.
Yep.
Nice.
They're Levi's.
They're my
and
favorite Levi's.
I got them in the little boy section at Salvation
Oh.
Army.
I've been looking for them
I know.
everywhere and I can't find another pair.
Mine are really ripped. really ripped. And because they're children's, they're so short on me. So they kind of flood, and it's a little weird if I wear the right shoes. It's not that bad. And it kind of makes me look taller because I'm so short. And I'm wearing my slippers and they're Uggs. Should I tell them what my underwear? Never.
It's okay. No,
It's fine.
They don't need to know.
It's fine. Yeah, they don't need to know.
They don't
Let's
need-
keep it a mystery.
Yeah.
Because we're so mysterious.
Mysterious.
Yeah, there you go.
I gotta do like some smoke. Or
Every every time now that you have to say that, just save that clip and then put it in every time. That would be perfect. Well, why don't we talk about the Billie Eilish of it all?
yeah, Billie Eilish.
Because, and I already know Finley's going to go on a tangent. And for one, Finley went to the listening party. Yes. And one, like, what happened? Summer won tickets?
Yeah, so a bunch of people, she posted on her story, from what I've gathered, she posted on her story like an opportunity to win tickets to the listening party. So Summer is just the luckiest person in the whole world. She won front row seats to the
Whoa.
Grammy dress rehearsals.
What the fuck?
And she won these Billie Eilish listening party tickets. So we went at the
What?
Kia Forum, and it was really awesome.
Nice.
That's so cool.
That is insane. Have you ever been so lucky to win something like that?
I won tickets to Michael Jackson's funeral.
Are you fucking
No
serious?
With
way.
the amount of bullshit we waste every week talking about God knows what.
And you went to Michael Jackson's
Yeah.
funeral?
Never talked about this.
I think I have.
we have
That's
no
crazy,
Comment
dog.
down below if you think Caesar is gay, because that was gay. No, let's keep that in. Let's keep that in. No, just kidding. Caesar, so you went to Michael Jackson's funeral. Are you?
Yeah, there was they were giving away tickets because they were doing because the body was there.
Oh my God.
Like it was at
so
Staples Center.
morbid.
It was at Staples Center, but it was, and then they had like Mariah Carey come out and sing a song.
Oh my god.
John Mayer played this guitar for
This
him.
sounds like
So-
my fever dreams.
You were at Michael Jackson's funeral?
Yeah,
How old were you?
I was. Well, what year did Michael
You were
Jackson?
22?
What year did he die?
2010?
2010?
I think so.
Yeah, so I was 22.
Oh my
Damn.
god.
Also, did you see that fast math?
Oh, you're
2010,
good, Matt.
1998. I was 18 actually.
You're 18? Oh.
It was the
so
summer
you're
after I
bad at
graduated high
math.
school. Yeah,
That's crazy. How did you win them?
I just entered the contest and then I went with a family friend and we tried to sell them and people got mad at us because he was like, I was like, well, if I can make money, I could just watch it on TV. I didn't think I was gonna
Right.
win, and I was like, it was a weird time in my life.
Right.
Literally, I think he passed away in 2009.
Really? I
Yeah.
thought it was 2010.
Crazy.
Producer, this is your job.
Jesse's going to check. Hold
Yeah,
please.
because I remember this is morbid. We're having fun. My dad passed away in January, and then I remember Michael
Okay.
Jackson died in
He
June.
died in 2009, June
Yep,
25th,
yep.
2009.
Damn.
Holy
I
shit.
remember where I was and everything. And then I went, and so I was just signed up to get tickets, and I was like, oh yeah, I mean it'd be cool. And then I realized I didn't have a ride. I didn't have a license that yet. I was like just about to take my driver's
So
test.
your dad passed away in January
Yeah,
and then Michael Jackson in June.
yeah.
Do you ever think that was like a weird cosmic, like your dad was sending you a sign
What was the sign?
of just like, grieve me
Oh,
again?
Like, grieve.
You know what I mean?
I
again.
guess. I mean,
It's okay to grieve. This is it's like a happier context to grieve because
Right.
this is like a superstar that I guess
Right.
you like.
yeah.
Do
I mean,
you
I
even like
did.
Michael
It's Michael Jackson.
I did like, yeah.
It's Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. The fact that you won is insane.
Yeah, that's
And I just ended up going. Yeah.
The fact that that his team was like, you know what, let's have a raffle.
yeah, that's pretty
Well, they
crazy
didn't
too.
sell. It would have felt weird to sell tickets.
Yeah.
Right.
And
But
then even
that
though,
was
yeah.
so I just I can't get my head wrapped around the operations of this. Like, all right, now we gotta find these radio
Yeah, that's
stations or
crazy.
places to give the tickets out. That's crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, and then you had to go and
PR,
go
man.
that morning because it was in the morning, and then you go and they gave you a ticket. It was like different venues all over because it was all over different Live Nation venues. People were just lining up to get their tickets,
It's
Mhm.
crazy.
and I got my ticket, and it was just I got a little booklet. I still have it. It's like a little, like program and stuff.
That's crazy.
That is if you can enter and win something, like that is one of the coolest things to enter and win.
What?
Like,
That's awesome.
People be
Yeah.
giving away cars, but you got this one in
Right.
a lifetime experience. That's crazy.
I had
That
a
is
freshman
insane.
one time told me I look like Michael Jackson.
Right now, dude.
Moonwalk. Can you moonwalk?
Yeah.
Do it a little bit.
Moonwalk?
Yeah.
No. I'm not wearing shoes and it's carpet. I can't moonwalk. But I can do a
Yeah, that's good. That was good. Okay, we'll take it. We'll take it.
I'll moonwalk on another
Billy, are you
episode.
okay? Are you okay? Okay.
It's the worst thing you could be told.
Yeah, no, I don't remember
He was
much.
trying to be a little bitch about it, so I just
Well,
laughed in his
everyone
face.
is when they compare you to Michael Jackson.
That's so fucking weird.
I think it was just because my hair was like, it was black at the time, and I have a pointy nose. And
But you don't look like Michael Jackson.
no, I
mean-
don't. I really don't.
Yeah, let's hear Caesar's thoughts because it's.
I mean, you saw him, so you let me know. How close do I get?
Can we just move on, please?
Yes.
yeah.
There's no way for me to answer that question if you want me to be honest.
I don't know if that's gonna
I'm
ride.
just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, like have a duel right now. Like have a shootout. Like, you could.
You want me to wreck Caesar's life?
No.
Caesar's like, no,
How did
I'm
this turn
gonna
into
do
me?
It's your
How did
birthday.
this-
It's your birthday. I won't do
Dude,
that
could
to
you imagine if we did a roast for your
No.
birthday?
Oh my
honey
God.
roast,
I
like
could
Winston
handle
from
it.
New Girl.
Like,
you wear a white
like,
suit.
like, you know, like the roast of Tom Brady, like the roast of Caesar.
Oh my God, I would never. I would look in Caesar's eyes.
No,
and
it
I'd
would
be
have
like,
to be a
you
honey
know what
roast.
you would
It would
do?
have to be a honey roast.
You would be like Andy Samberg, where he just roasts himself the whole time,
Right.
but he's like really complimentary to his friends.
Yeah.
It would have
He's
to be
like
me.
He's like, James Franco, you're dumb. And then he'd be like, yeah, burned, gotcha. Moving on, he's like, like talking shit about himself.
I love that.
You would
I
do
have
that.
only
That's what
good
I would
things
do.
to say about Caesar.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like frightening sometimes
Why?
because you're such a good guy.
You're a mythical creature. I mean,
Yeah.
look at your hair.
I feel, I
Right.
feel like it gets. I feel like me being such a nice person gets in the way of like
Just existing.
sometimes. Yeah.
But the thing is like you are incredibly kind, but like by no means.
Too nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Like you can easily tell that like you don't fuck around. You don't take
Take
bullshit.
no bullshit.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Somebody told me that I was intimidating this week, and I was like, "How?"
You
What?
are. Every time I look into those beautiful eyes, I say, I'm scared of that guy. Scared of how much I love him. That'd be
Wow.
my roast.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you guys.
Exactly like that.
Everybody's like,
Aw.
Honestly, just the one clap is so good.
And me on the other side be like, fuck you, Caesar.
No.
I hated Caesar when I first met him.
That's so sad.
yeah.
God, I wish more people would tell me I'm intimidating.
I think
That's
is
the
like,
way to my heart.
I think it is, honestly. There's something about that being like a really weird compliment.
Wow.
Like, ooh, I'm intimidated by you.
Yeah,
I'm
it means
like-
you're sexy and cool and mysterious.
Right.
And could
Wow.
cut a bitch if you
Right.
needed to.
Wow.
And all I'm saying is I'm looking at Philly back there.
Mysterious.
Serious.
Intimidating.
I'm intimidated.
Intimidating. Yeah.
And Caesar has to stare. Like I can't even.
I have to- yeah. I have to- come on.
You're
Caesar has to
welcome.
deal with it like a
You're
man.
welcome.
No, it's cool. I don't mind.
Finley, why don't you tell us your thoughts because you were in the room with Billie
yeah.
Eilish?
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to compare to Michael Jackson's funeral. but-
Yeah,
Right.
like, continue.
Well, what do you want to know?
Well, just like what was the
How
vibe?
did it start?
What was like what was the vibe getting there? Did they like announce anything?
Yeah.
Did you
No,
like
I mean, we
know what the
parked.
vibes were gonna be
Did they
from our
serve
album?
lunch?
I mean,
Yeah,
kinda-
right.
They should have served lunch. No, it started kind of late. It started at 9.
What was the location?
It was at the Forum
Okay.
in LA. But yeah, so we showed up and everyone piled in and it was a cool vibe. But like the amount of TikTokers I saw there was kind of annoying. I'm like,
All
oh,
the
you-
influencers.
yeah, all the influencers was crazy. We found our seats. I mean, it's a great venue for concerts and things like that because the angle at which they put the seats and like the ovalness of the arena, like every seat was a good view.
Yeah.
It just like the lighting, it was more like a visual show than anything because they are just playing the album start to finish. And she said, she kind of walked out and announced what they were going to do. And she was like, I'm just going to hit play and we're going to listen to this together. And she, danced around and there was cool lasers and cool lights. My only critique was it was slightly hard because I'm sure you guys have listened to it just on like Apple Music or Spotify or whatever. Some of the lyrics and some of the, like, it's slightly hard to make out. what she's saying exactly. And the bass is really heavy. So in a arena like that with such intense speakers, it honestly don't feel like I heard the songs until on the drive home when I played them in my car. But it was just like the atmosphere of everything, getting to watch her like play around and dance around and be with Phineas, and like it felt very much like sitting in your bestie's room and like listening to an album all the way through and just like enjoying being together. My favorite part was when she brought out her dog. That was fucking perfect and amazing. Yeah, Shark was incredible. I thought at first I was like, oh, don't bring him out, like he's gonna be so scared, and he
was so
really
good.
was like, Mom, who are all these friends? And that was so cute.
That's cute.
But yeah,
The dog
it felt really special because the album had dropped right as we were listening to it. So yeah, it was cool.
How did she open? Like, how did she just like show up? You know?
Well, she had played the listening party in New York the night before. So she kind of already done it. So she just like walked out, and there was like a cool lights on her. She walked out, picked a microphone up, and was like, "Hey guys, like thank you so much for coming. Like I just came from New York, blah blah blah. I'm really excited for you guys to hear this and listen to it with me as it drops. I'm just gonna press play, and we're gonna listen to it together, start to finish, and hope you guys enjoy it and have a good time." She talked a little bit about how like it was a really meaningful album for her, and like I texted Caesar about it the next day. I was like, you can seriously felt how much heart and soul they put into this album. Like listening to the interviews and things, like the way that they made the album was completely different from all the other albums they had made, and they had worked on the music kind of simultaneously, all the songs together, so they all felt cohesive. They were all coming from the same place. They all evolved together, and I just feel like you can really hear that in the album. This album, and then with the correlation to me watching a movie called The Greatest Hits of All Time, really sparked this new, we were kind of talking about playlists earlier, but sparked this new like excitement for me for music to like listen to albums from start to finish instead of just like handpicking or cherry picking songs, and finding new music and finding new artists that way. And because it does almost make you feel like you're like in a movie. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it.
I loved that.
Also just the
That's awesome.
the queerness of it.
Yeah, that was cool.
And I think everyone I've talked to, Mia included, Summer, like the album was just like way too specific for all the things that 20-something-year-old girls are going through, especially people who identify as queer. And so that was really special and emotional for this album to come out at this point in my life with all the things that I've been dealing with. And so yeah, it felt very surreal for sure.
I think Billie Eilish like releasing this album in like the height of like Sapphic Girl Summer is insane. Like it is just like it's too perfect.
Yeah.
How it all just came together.
Yeah, it was good.
That's exactly what you said. I was like, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
I'm trying to have that kind of summer.
Yeah.
I really am.
Girl Summer. Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, lesbians do it better.
Right. They do.
It is really like the time of the lesbians right now.
It is.
I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, with Futch.
We've never
and
seen this
TikToks
with
and
Futch.
I still don't know what that is. We were talking about that the other day.
Okay, so North America does not have like barely any lesbian bars.
Oh, it doesn't.
Let alone
No.
California. And now, just in these last couple months, just in the last year, with TikTok and the community that lesbians are now receiving, there have been a ton of queer, sapphic, lesbian spaces, bars especially, and clubs and things like that are opening up. Futch is one of them. But there's a bunch in San Diego, a bunch are opening up in LA. There's one called Ruby Fruit Pen-Up, I believe, in LA. So, yeah, I mean, and then the drop of the Billie Eilish, like, yeah, it's feeling
Chaperone,
like
finally getting
Chaperone.
attention. Yeah, because there was actually like 5 years ago, there's a documentary about it. Like, it's an epidemic of all of the lesbian bars closing, like to a point where there was like maybe only one official lesbian bar in America at one point.
Damn.
And so finally, like, all of these lesbian bars are finally starting to open up because even gay bars have it's just misogynistic. Like a lot of times, like, lesbians aren't allowed to like kiki in a gay bar at all because it's like
fucking stupid.
men, like gay men only. But I'm honestly very fortunate to have like gone to college in an area where like
There
was a lesbian bar that was like known to be the spot. It was Gossip Girl in San Diego. Shouts out.
Yeah. Gossip Girl.
Yeah, I mean, if that stuff isn't playing in those bars, I'm gonna be disappointed.
Oh, you best believe it's gonna be.
Yeah.
And Clairo just dropped a new album.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did anyone have a favorite track?
Let's go lesbians.
Or
Chihiro?
should we?
Chihiro?
That was your favorite track.
Yeah.
Open up the
Whoa.
Lunch.
Okay.
I was literally just telling Finley how like I have played the album multiple times now. That's the one song I skip.
Wow.
Which is crazy to me.
I haven't listened.
It's
Crazy.
just like a little too vibey instead of like lyrics that I can hear. Like I think that's my biggest thing is when I'm listening
sing
to
along
music.
to it though.
Yeah, but it's like yeah, in comparison to like fuller sounding songs that she
Yeah.
has, like
Yeah.
Birds of a Feather.
Yeah.
That's my favorite track.
Nice.
I haven't listened to the full album. I know.
Wow.
Yeah, get
But
out.
Step outside, please.
Literally, you're not a
Lunch
producer.
is really good though.
Lunch is so good.
Lunch is really good though.
And that's the little snippet that we played for you.
No, I
when we
know.
were
I
talking
love that
about-
song.
Yeah, so good. Did you have a favorite
She's
one,
so smart.
Finley?
No, I honestly can't pick a favorite one just because like every song is special to me in its own way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I listen to that album and it hits different parts of my soul, every single song. I think if I had to pick, no, I can't pick a favorite, but I can pick a least favorite.
Okay.
And I think it is, let's see if I can find it.
What was the song you guys were talking about that it was like Barbie related?
Oh, that one isn't on the album.
Oh.
That one
Which
was
Leads to the conspiracy of, is there going to be a second album dropped?
well, that clip was like got leaked like so many years ago.
Right, but
And it does say at the end about what does that mean? The other one thing
Oh, Elo Milo.
Right.
at the very end of the last track, right? Yeah.
I think this is the best concept she's ever done.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, and she agrees.
So
Both of them.
creative.
Wasn't a huge fan of her previous album.
Mhm.
Like the concept of it at least.
I wasn't really either.
I just was like,
Although there's a couple songs on that last album that there's like every time I listen to it, I'm like, it's not her. It doesn't seem like her.
Yeah.
like, yeah, it seems
This
more
album
of-
seems like her.
this one, the previous album, Happier Than Ever, felt more like a performance.
Mhm.
And I really didn't get
Which
it.
I think that kind of was like
I
with
thought
her
that album was
dyeing her
fire.
hair blonde.
Yeah.
That album's so good.
No, it's good. It's good.
Oxytocin is so good. There's fucking
Lost Cause
I
is my
just
jam.
like,
oh, that's a good song. That's a
With-
good one.
I just love how with this album, it's almost like her, I guess, concept is stripped down. You can kind of like see more personality.
Right.
Yeah.
And like the true her.
Well, I think it was music they wanted to make instead of music someone was telling them to make.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see it. It's great. I love it.
So did you pick a favorite? Fan?
I mean, I would
Or
say
at least
or at
favorite.
least-
I would say like I would say it starts off really strong for me, like Skinny, Lunch, Chihiro, Birds of Feather, Wildflower. I think it starts to dip for me at The Greatest, L'amour de ma vie, The Diner, and then Bittersweet all like sit at the bottom for me, but are still fucking incredible. So, I mean, it's really hard. The only thing is I can't really remember what Bittersweet sounds like in my head if I try and think about it. With all the other songs, I can hear them. So maybe that's my least favorite is Bittersweet.
That's the one that has like changes in it.
But
'cause it's
still
like-
Yeah.
really good, yeah.
Did you listen to it with Carla?
yeah, we did. I haven't edited it, but we have a reaction video. where we did
Okay.
the whole thing.
What were you guys thinking?
We
during
loved it.
all-
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
Did you guys have any specific songs?
The ones I mentioned. Yeah, Lunch.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Lunch is like just such a good song. I really liked.
It's so catchy.
That's what-
So Hot
why
Girl
it-
Summer, yeah.
It's
That's-
like it's so perfect.
Sometimes I just gotta be basic and just go with
Right.
that. Like
with the hit.
it just feels good.
It's a hit for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was a really good album. I also exactly what Finley said is like me and Finley are going through relatively the same types of 20-year-old something dilemmas that you have.
Yeah.
And we always do that at the exact same time. So we do get to be with each other while we go through all this stuff. But the fact that this album came out in the midst of all of our stuff, it blew it up in our face so hard. And
We
were
needed
like,
it though.
It did. And we were like, oh God, there's a lot of stuff that we got to think about and deal with. So like we don't carry on this baggage into like anything else into our lives. And then we were just like, like the fact that we get like a soundtrack to what we're going through, that shit hits. That's what I miss about music.
And that's what we're gonna remember that when we're both 80, 90. Like it's gonna be a soundtrack to a very specific time in our lives. And we were also both thinking right before the album came out, like, I don't want to, like, all of my stuff is so overplayed and it holds all of this like really intense memory or thoughts or feelings that like I've moved past. So like I just straight up wasn't listening to music unless I was like needed to. And then this album came out and I was like, oh, this is a turning point for sure.
Yeah.
Do you guys have those albums that like, what are other albums that have been like ingrained into like your
time
memories
period?
from the time period? Because I have one too. Like,
The second Killers album, Sam's Town. I love that album. But my first girlfriend I ever had, we broke up when that album came out. So that I still feel that weirdness of it.
Damn.
oh, yeah.
I love the music.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Except for the one when you were young, that song I play on Rock Band, so that doesn't have any effect.
Of course.
I love it.
Yeah.
That song's just amazing.
Rock Band again.
Yeah. Damn, that's a good album.
That's a good one.
Sam's Town, yeah.
That's a good album. Finley, do you have one?
I'm thinking.
Do you have one, Mia? Besides the Billie Eilish one?
Yes. Not necessarily. Well, okay. I guess like album. The first thing that's popping in my head that's actually kind of fucking lame, but it's Driver Era, and it's their first album ever. And I remember like just being. I was 16. I think I was 16 when it came out, and I was with my cousins, and I just like. I think they stayed with me for like 3 why can't I talk? 3 weeks during the summer. And we just listened to that constantly. And I feel like that was also the same summer that I shaved my head for the first time.
Oh, okay.
So
The album X by
Yes.
Driver Era? Okay.
so good.
Let's
so
see.
good.
What does it sound like?
Oh, Preacher Man is so good.
Preacher Man that's one of those songs that Caesar just said where he's like, sometimes you just got to take the hit.
That one's so good. I see this era.
It's just
Like pop rock.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Nice.
here's my thing. Here's my take on music. If I can't sing to it, dance to it, or have sex to it,
Or cry.
or cry to it, I don't want to feel it.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel it.
I
I
mean,
don't
that's
want to
all
listen
music then.
to it. But
No.
it invokes certain things. Not all music does that though.
You're right.
There's a certain type of person who can make that certain type of music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually now looking at my Spotify have a bunch of albums that are very closely tied to different parts of my life. Like Frank Ocean, the Blonde album,
Oof.
Mac Miller, Swimming
Ooh.
is very closely tied to parts of my life.
Damn, are you going through something?
I absolutely was.
Oh, but I like feel what you were going through.
Yeah.
When you say that.
No,
That's crazy.
seriously. And it's because like when I found those albums or they came out at that time, it perfectly encapsulated my feelings. And so I was able to use those albums like soundtracks to my life. Chicano Batman,
Oh, which one?
That's good.
Which album?
the Black Lipstick single, and then the Cycles of Existential Rhyme.
I was just thinking about them yesterday. I was
So
in downtown
good.
Santa Ana, and
So good.
I walked. There was a parking lot there, like a little parking lot, and that's where I saw them for the first time.
Oh shit.
Damn.
And I was like, damn! Now they're headlining the Forum.
That's
Crazy.
crazy.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with them. And then, ironically enough, I'm like not that big of a Lil Peep fan. I love Lil Peep, but like
I am a Lil Peep fan.
I guess I was really heavily, but like I don't continue to listen to his stuff because it's one of those albums for me that like when I was listening to Lil Peep, yeah, I can't go back there.
That's actually true. I will
that's
say,
how
like, I have the
hard-
same thing.
how
Lil
hard
Peepster.
Lil Peep
I was.
hit.
R.I.P.
Never heard of
Oh my
Lil
god.
Peep song. ever.
R.I.P.
You should listen to some
Same
Lil
with
Peep.
Mac.
I don't know.
Mac
I
Miller.
just
Yeah.
wasn't
Amy
in
Winehouse.
that. I just wasn't in that. I don't know. Like, I just
It was
I
never your
don't
vibe.
kinda relate. I feel
Yeah. Word.
Well, yeah, because Jesse, we were just talking about how
I'm a square.
a perfect angel you were in middle school and high school. Yeah, you
Yeah.
weren't rocking around listening to Lil Peep, obviously.
Yeah. I can tell you what I was listening to because the album for me that was like it's ingrained into like one of my memories is Blue Neighborhood by Troye Sivan.
Ugh.
I was 15 and I was
Yeah,
going through
good
a
one.
lot. And then like it's like one of those things where you're like, oh my God, I relate so hard to like these songs. But this is a gay guy. I'm not gay. Turns out I'm queer. And I just like didn't register that
Right.
for the longest time.
Crazy.
But I
literally
was
unlocked a
depressed.
part of yourself and you were like, oh, this is
Yeah.
a whole other can of worms
And
I didn't realize
it's
was going to
literally
happen.
yeah, it was like that because I was so focused on like my mental health at the time because it was in the gutter
Right.
that I like, and then this album was like a really good album.
Ugh.
And I have a friend also who like this is the album that was like, oh my God, changed their lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a good album.
God, what
When did that
where
come
would
out?
we be without
2015.
music?
Yeah, 2015.
Seriously. Music and
Crazy.
movies.
I love music.
You know, they
reason for
showed
living.
that Billie Eilish listening party. They showed it in movie theaters.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I did that once. I went that for one of Kanye's albums. It was cool because
Did you pay like $250?
no, it was a regular movie ticket, and I went and I watched the thing in the live stream. It was really fun because of me and an audience full of people and you could hear it clearly. So it was like having a good view of that and having the music because then they would cut the crowd noise and then you just hear the music.
Yeah.
So reacting to it with like a movie theater full of people, that was really fun.
That's cool. I'd want to go to a listening party. I haven't been to one.
I have mixed emotions about them. I do.
Well,
Because,
if you could pay like the movie theater price,
yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'd
go
do it.
and like sit down and
Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever like pay a lot of money to go do it live.
yeah.
But yeah, fuck it. Doesn't like Taylor Swift and Beyonce do that too?
Yeah.
Well, they have concert movies.
Right.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah.
But Taylor Swift like did like those secret listening parties too.
She had
wonder-
people over at her
I
house
don't
once. Remember?
That's
Oh.
a security threat if I ever heard
That's
one.
what
She so
that
rented
is-
a house.
Oh, boy.
Designed house.
She's
just
like,
have
this is
randos
one
over.
of my 20 houses.
That is one of those things. So Prince used to do that and then like make people pancakes in his house. And
Pancake from Prince.
like
That's what the New Girl episode is about.
Yes.
Oh, I love
That's
yes,
I've seen
and
that
then
episode
Zoe
90
Kravitz
times.
has talked about how she literally performed in Prince's house and then like ate pancakes after with him. And I was like, anything that Zoe Kravitz does, I'm like, of course you look like that and you got to experience that. And your dad is Lenny Kravitz and your mom is Lisa Bonet. It's fine.
Why is her
Whatever.
dad like so hot still?
She's perfect.
Yes.
So is her
They're all
mom.
She's perfect. We just sounded the same.
Yeah.
Cut it. I don't
Have
need
you
people
seen
to
Big
know.
Little Lies?
No.
So good.
Jesse put it on your list because Jesse's such a good girl. You want to know why? I go, you should watch Weeds. And she goes, okay. Was watching Weeds. That literally makes me so happy.
I'm on season 3.
Because I have to deal with Caesar.
I've seen it all.
Well, no,
Dude,
we
Weeds
and we
is
did
so
talk about
good.
that. And listen, I love you. But that's not what we're talking about right now, okay?
Okay. Okay.
You know, when I tell Caesar to do something, he just takes like literally 3 weeks to do it. And
What have I not done?
Sorry, Caesar has a life.
that's what I'm saying
kidding.
though.
Thank you.
Like,
Thank you,
I'm just kidding.
Finley.
I'm just kidding.
please, can you just not have a life? But also, like, I know what you do in your life, and you could have listened to an album.
I
a lot
have
sooner than
enough
you did.
time.
Yeah,
I'd have a life, but I also make time for things that I want to do.
and you did it. You did it eventually.
Yeah.
You're my guy. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. You're my guy. And all that's in the past.
Wow, we're like 45 minutes into this episode.
We are.
Wait, do you guys have any other prompts? Because I do actually have some. You can totally cut
No,
this.
no,
but
no, no.
I have
Go.
a question for y'all.
No, I only had
Okay.
the 3 prompts.
Do you guys have those people, those very specific people that like your Instagram stories no matter what it is every single time, but never like say anything, do anything, talk to you? What is that about? And they're
Yeah.
always the most like crazy random people that you've met in your life.
I was gonna say like that sounds like me.
Sounds
I'm
like
always
me
liking
too. I
people's
feel like I do
stories.
that.
I feel like at one point when you like someone's story enough, now it's habit. Now I'm trying to hype you up all the time.
Yeah.
But I do fully have people who like I don't even talk to and are just somewhat obsessed with me.
But is
That's
that
what it feels like.
that an obsession or is it just like
I
Do
think
they
they're a
like
fan.
everyone's story? Like, it makes me like really think. Like, are they liking every story that comes up? Or are they liking
I think
specific people's stories, and for why?
I think sometimes it is fully intentional.
yeah, I think so.
I just
It
like
depends on the person.
Emily's Instagram story right now.
Or like, is
Genuinely.
it those memes where it's like, God, I've liked every single one of her stories. Like, how do they not know that I'm in love with them? Is that what it is?
Yeah, but what
But
actually?
like,
is
what? You're
mistake-
supposed to reach out?
Yeah.
I feel like
don't
they should be
know.
reaching out.
Yeah, if you're the one liking all my stories.
Well, is it a like or is it a reaction emoji?
Oh, why? You saying
I
that's
get,
different? Is that different?
I get both.
Because one of them, it's like one of those like a message where you can leave
Right.
them on red,
Yeah.
and one of them is just a like that just comes up as a like.
Right.
Ooh, are they different?
They're different. I feel like
Oh.
the emoji, you're trying to start a conversation, right? Because you're
T.
opening the DM situation up.
Oh, T.
Yes!
I didn't think about
Are these
that.
rules that I just
Caesar.
never knew?
See, I am such like a
This is all I've been doing for the past
technological
couple
old
months.
man.
Wait, is that like a
I don't,
sign?
I don't know. I don't know anything about anything. Really, I need teacher to
Well,
teach me everything you
I
know.
don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know what I'm doing
What?
either. But yeah, so it all means something, right? Like all these little like liking somebody, and then there's also the idea of like when you like somebody's all their posts, like 5 or 6, and you see it come
Oh.
up in your like notifications that this person liked like 5 of your things all
Right.
at once. That definitely means something, right?
Right.
Okay, but to
a
me it
fucking
means
creep.
you're
Like, I'll do
creepy.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm the creep. I'm doing
If they
that.
Oh.
wait,
What
are
if
they
it's the first? They just followed you, and now they're seeing your post.
Okay, well, did you meet someone? They followed you, and like later that night or the next day, they're seeing all their posts, they're liking it, or is it like someone's been following you, and then all of a sudden they're liking 20 of your posts, or is it that like you were too low in the feed, you accidentally liked it, so then now you got to like all the ones above, so no one
There's
noticed
so
it.
many. I would say the first one. You meet them.
Oh, okay.
No, I think the first one's
Not
fine,
that
right? You
much
meet
of a
them, and
creep.
then you're like, oh, look, now you're because when you follow somebody, all of a sudden their posts from like 3 weeks ago start
Right.
coming up
Oh,
recently
yeah.
in your feed now. So doing that,
I don't think it's weird if
That's
I
not
meet
weird.
somebody and they like my photos.
That's not weird.
I don't
but
think
then
that's
all of
weird.
a sudden, if
It's
like,
the
If
it's
it
the
was
all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's the all of a sudden and like somebody I kind of know,
Hmm.
but not really, and then they are liking all my stuff randomly one day.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Right.
Are you plotting to murder me, or
Yeah.
are you plotting to give me a kiss on my mouth?
Yeah,
Like,
it's so funny.
What is it?
Is I've definitely done that for like Tamia.
And to me, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
so,
Like,
wait,
like,
so what do you
I'm-
want somebody to do? Like to DM you then and just start a
Yeah.
conversation?
Oh, absolutely.
Is that the,
yeah.
always the route to go?
Always
Yeah.
the route to go
Always
is be
the route to go.
straightforward.
yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, are you? Because now I'm starting to think of these people as my fans.
Right?
You're my fan.
That's fucking fan behavior.
Yeah,
that's fan
Of
And
you
that's
behavior.
why
liking all my
Jesse
shit.
liked all of my stuff.
Yeah,
When
it's
Jesse
because
first
stand
it's
behavior.
probably like I think I was high,
even better.
and then I was like, I miss Mia because she was in San Francisco, so I was like, I'm just gonna look at all of her Instagram.
I love that.
I
for
got
me. That's
so
fan
deep in
behavior.
there. I got so
Wow.
deep in there, and I'm like, I don't fucking care. Like,
Friend
I'm
of
gonna
a
like
friend, Instagram.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
do you know Mia?
Oh god.
Yeah, I love the fan behavior, but if you go from fan behavior to like trying to really know me in real life, there's always going to be a part of me that's like,
Yeah.
It. Yeah, for me, it was
Little-
opposite.
little
I knew her in
suspect.
real life, and I'm like, I'll see her at work. I'll see her eventually.
Right. That's true. Yeah, I don't know. I think everyone is always trying to be very intentional with
Yeah.
the way that they do things.
I-
oh
yeah.
god, I should
Yeah.
start thinking about like the shit I do more probably then.
Right.
I don't really.
Just
Yeah,
out
not-
here without
no,
any intention.
That's a good thing to talk about because lately I feel like I do not even pay attention to what I'm doing in the world, but I'm too focused on everything else. Like I don't even like I'm moving too fast or something.
Yeah.
My brain is not catching up. I don't know what the feeling is. But I haven't even like made sure that like I'm in check. And like, you know, not randomly liking people's stories and then sending them into a fucking crazy spiral like we're doing right now. Like, are they my fans?
No, wait.
Like,
You know what's interesting? We were talking about the other day, and I kind of want to get Jesse and Caesar's opinion on this. I know we're like running low, but
I mean, there's no rush.
okay, great.
Nice.
So I've had people tell me the advice of like, life is a game, and you can play the game. It should be fun. It should be light. You are also strong and smart, and you can get what you want. But there is a game to be played, and sometimes you have to play the game, and sometimes you have to make things a game. And I think sometimes I get complacent when it comes to my life, where I just feel like I'm like going through the motions, doing the day to day, not really thinking about my intention behind everything and just existing. But when I'm thinking about Hot Girl Summer and like all of these things that are coming up now, and like having a good time, and like I'm looking for a job, and like I'm trying to build my own brand and I'm trying to do all of these things. Like, I think there is some level to life where it's way more fun and it's way more effective if you play it like a game. Not manipulate, not be skeevy, sketchy, or like overly dramatic or whatever.
But so genuine that you believe yourself that you're actually enjoying it.
Yes.
Like almost fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of do that. Like I just do random shit to people to see what happens.
Yeah.
Right.
For the plot, for the game, make it a game. And so what are your guys' ideas of like, okay, if you were going to make this summer your best summer ever, what kind of rules are you setting in place for yourself? Or what does your game look like mine is just straight up flirt with everybody, always, all the time.
That's
Same.
Yeah.
Love
remember,
that.
I was talking to you guys about this. How I was like, I don't go on dates. I'm very much like I won't do it. And then I was talking about, but like apps are not for me. Like I get so lost in like the nuances that I can't get to know the person, or like their definition of something is much different than mine, but you can't really convey it through text. Like I can't do it. So I was talking to Mia and Finley, and I was like, "Hey, I want to go old fashioned way. Set me up with your friends, blind dates, bro. If nothing comes of it, at least I can write a book. Like, like I'd have all the experiences to write a book. Like,
Which is good that you're thinking like that.
I was literally
I think
talking to
that's
them.
very
I was
game
like,
theory.
that is cool. And then Finley brought this up too, and was like, when you're going on dates, never think of it as like, oh, do they like me? You're going on dates, so it can be like, do I like you actually?
That's
like,
my
do I
best
wanna
dating
go out with
advice
you?
that I've ever received and continue to give is it is not about
that.
It is not about if they like you. It's all about if you like them. So I'm about asking the questions, being straight up, noticing how they move through the world. What are they wearing? Like, where could I see myself like hanging out with them? Or like, how do you respond to this little joke? Or how do you respond to this flirt? And like, not testing them, but absolutely.
No,
testing
it's a
them.
test.
Yeah,
And then
absolutely.
if you're both doing that to each other, I feel like it's an even playing field.
And
Oh, yeah,
way
for
more
sure.
fun.
Oh yeah.
Way more fun.
Dang, I got to look at it that way.
Yeah.
Right.
Because like I've done it in the past where I'm like, I like the red flags. I'm active in it, being like, oh, that was a little weird, but then I just like let them go by, and then I wonder why they're so shitty to me.
Because you're thinking too much about how
this
how
person
they're
likes me.
perceiving
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Which is hard not to. I think
of
the
course
biggest
not.
thing that me and Finley have been talking about recently is like how much your ego gets in the way.
I didn't know
like-
what ego meant.
So we like kept talking about it, and then she just told me the other day, she's like, I actually did have to look up ego the other day because I like knew what we were talking about, but like not really. And Finley's such a researcher
Oh yeah.
that if like she doesn't know what a word means,
Oh, I'll
it'll
Google it
Yeah,
immediately.
and be like, that came out of my mouth, and I think it's right, but let me just double check. So she looked at ego the other day, and we were talking about how ego is the killer of joy, and why my dad literally tells me, not at the age necessarily I'm at now, but he was just like, when you get to a place where you feel like you can process things, do shrooms.
oh my god.
Wow.
Oh, speaking of.
He's right though about that. That's literally because if you don't want to face that stuff, don't do shrooms.
Right.
It's the first thing that's going to pop up.
Right.
Have you heard of ego death?
Yeah.
I've experienced
Crazy.
it multiple times. Turns out it comes back.
Yeah.
It comes back, and you have to actively in your day-to-day life find ways to not let your ego get too big, because it will ruin your life. Like literally just if you Google how to keep my ego in check, or where does my ego come up in my day-to-day life, it is all the things I struggle with. And I've heard most people, like when we start talking about our emotions or what we're struggling with in day-to-day life, turns out it is an ego thing. And I always thought ego was like being selfish or being an egomaniac or being narcissistic or blah 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 blah. And it's just
Yeah,
not.
more of like a selfish thing.
Yeah.
No,
it's
it's about the amount of consideration and that you're putting into yourself. Like, like worrying too much about your own comfort or your own likeness or your own things like that, which isn't a bad thing. Like, you should care about yourself. But if you're trying to overly protect yourself or overly comfort yourself, then it can put you in situations where, you know, some of life's biggest joys come through challenges, come through uncomfortability, come through pushing through fear. And that's how you grow and become the best person that you can be. And as long as you're saying, like, you're putting your hands up and saying, I'm going to be vulnerable and I'm going to be uncomfortable and it's going to make me a better person and it's going to make other people, like, you're allowing other people to love you the way that you should be loved, and you're allowing life to give you the things you deserve, and you're allowing yourself to experience and live life to the absolute fullest. And that's what Hot Girl Summer is all about.
Right.
That's right.
Fuck.
The kids are cheering. The kids are cheering for that one.
Yeah, that
Yep.
was really good.
Take us
yeah,
to church, Finley.
Right. Fuck.
there's things like for me specifically, I feel like I can't put that stuff in the back of my mind because it's always on my mind, like the stuff that I've been trying to face. But in the past few years, I feel like all that stuff kind of just, I faced it.
Yeah.
Right.
Now I'm like, because I've done shrooms now and I'm just like, oh man, I'm just really high.
Yeah.
Right.
How was that?
Oh, I've done it so many times now.
Oh,
or
really?
like a handful
Same.
of times, I guess.
I love
Like,
shrooms.
yeah.
If you do the right amount, it can be incredibly glorious.
Yeah, if you do too much, it's not even like I was like lost in thought. I was just like, man, this is not comfortable.
No, it's
Like,
not.
So you have to find the right balance.
That's
Yeah.
Because
terrifying.
I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna keep
Yeah,
it and see what
I
happens.
haven't had like shrooms, but I've had like shroom chocolate. So like microdosing.
Yeah.
And I took it in Hawaii on
Oh, wow.
my birthday. And it was awesome. Literally perfect.
Shrooms is so interesting to me because there's actually studies now of like microdosing and like people who have severe mental illness disorders, like medication isn't always the best for them because it changes so drastically.
Right.
But microdosing shrooms has shown a consistent effect of it working.
Yeah. And I can contest
crazy.
to that. Especially, I'm sure you too with OCD.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I have never been on a medication that didn't make me worse or didn't only give me side effects. And apparently that's like a genetic predisposition. If your body can't produce dopamine or serotonin by itself, or it has a specific acid in your stomach sometimes that inhibits your body from processing those kinds of
Wow, I didn't know
man-made
that.
chemical.
That's crazy.
Those kinds of medications don't work for you. But with shrooms, it's like it's finding comfort and joy and happiness and like feeling connected to the world and other people and yourself. And also just like letting go of judgment, pressure, fear, anxiety. And you can almost train yourself to live that way without the substance. And that's the biggest effect for me, I feel like, with shrooms, not in my experience other psychedelics, but like just the littlest amount. You don't have to be tripping balls. You don't have to be fighting your demons. Just the littlest amount can be extremely helpful in just like day-to-day coping.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Goddamn. You preaching back there.
Yeah.
I love
It's because I
it.
did shrooms yesterday.
Right.
I'm on my
Finley's blowing my mind over
Yeah.
But this is exactly like when I describe Finley to people. They never get it until they're in a room with her and they just like listen to her
Oh, yeah,
speak.
talk to me all day.
Literally give me a kiss on my mouth.
Or just, I am open to just holding hands while
No.
you live your life. I can just hold your
Literally
hand.
no. Like sometimes I literally can't contain myself. Like I can't look at you right now because like I'll cry. But it's disgusting how much I'm in love with her. And you guys I just was looking at you both and you did too. You were listening to her speak and you were
No,
like,
I love listening to
wow,
Finley talk.
I get it. She's mine.
Roll me the clips. Roll me the clips. I want them.
She's mine. So just so you guys are aware.
I want the looks of pure
Let's move on. Let's
love.
move on. Jesse, aren't you gonna dissect Mia?
Yeah, rip her open.
Oh yeah. I have to cut her open.
Oh, yeah. I'm the one who made the
just wanna
joke. And I'm
look
like,
at your
wait,
little
what? I thought you
brain.
meant emotionally. And I started to get really scared. And I was
Mia,
like,
this is an intervention.
we can't do that right now. We can't.
No, I wanted
You have to do that voice when you roast me.
Yeah. She does her like character. She's like,
Nervous guy character is so good.
It is so good.
Do you miss that? You do? I know. I know.
Should we introduce the segment?
oh yeah.
We're reading each other's birth charts.
Yeah, sorry the weird edits in this episode. We've been talking about a lot of things.
A lot of personal stuff.
We cooled
Guys, we
down.
don't work
I'm feeling-
together anymore.
I just can't make direct eye contact with Finley right now.
Right. And you'll never know why. You'll never know why.
I believe that all in.
It's not a bad
No,
thing.
for the Patreon.
Yeah, for the Patreon. $5, please.
Yeah, and I get all the proceeds. So I did all the heavy lifting.
Right. Okay, so Caesar's big three are Gemini Sun, Libra Rising. Can I get a woo woo? Give me your hand.
Oh,
High five. Yes. And a Cancer Moon.
that's so interesting.
What does that
So
mean?
me and Finley are Libra Risings. Jesse's a Libra Sun.
I'm a Libra sun.
Summer's a
Oh,
Libra
I love
rising.
that you didn't even know that.
No, I don't know that.
So the fact that you're Gemini and so your rising sign is like the mask you like present in the world. It's not necessarily like your core It's more of like a first
So
impression.
Gemini?
Yeah. So
Oh,
no,
nice.
no. So we're Libras, and your Gemini is a sun, and they're both air signs.
And
so
It also, your rising sign is, how you present to the world, first impressions, who other people see you as. And it also can affect what you look like and how you hold yourself and how you approach situations.
yes, and the fact that they're both air signs, there's already a compatibility, like right off to the start. Cancer moon. My cousin, I think, is a Cancer moon. And then Sean is actually a Cancer moon.
Okay.
And emotions, I feel like you just kind of said it to Jesse Finley, but moon sign controls your emotions. And so the fact that you are a Gemini sun, so like air signs are usually a little like go with the flow, literally, like wind is in them.
They like balance, go with the flow.
Yeah.
Nice.
They're also indecisive.
Very indecisive. That's you, buddy. But yeah, and then your Libra, like, where was I going with that? Fuck me.
Is it good?
I started listening to you talk, Finley, and I just completely left my body.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't talk about his sun sign, Cancer and Sun. We talked about Gemini moon.
Cancer moon.
No.
It's Cancer moon, Gemini sun.
Oh.
It's Cancer moon, Gemini sun.
So
Libra
you're
rising?
Gemini, Cancer, Libra.
Yes.
Okay.
But with you're very, and Geminis are also incredibly like analytical and intellectual. So like with your Cancer moon, the way that you go about emotions is like incredibly, incredibly deep, and you're always trying to find a reason for something.
Wow.
Do you feel like that
Yes.
hits?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that hits you too. Because I tell you every single time I see you, I'm like, I literally never know what you're thinking about. And it's because of the fact that, Geminis are also incredibly private. My brother is a Gemini. I know nothing about his life. And I've lived with him. I
Well, I don't know about private because like I'm putting it all out there right now.
I think you're very open in a certain sense, but I think there's a lot
It's the vulnerability.
Yes.
There's a difference between being open and vulnerable.
Yeah. And you're just not the type of person, which is good. You're very in check with your emotions. Where like you need to feel out a room first before you start connecting with people on that type of level.
True.
Yeah.
And then Mia, you're...
Well, I want to talk about Caesar's Venus sign.
Oh, okay. That's
So-
the love one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also his Mars, which is basically like how you get angry, is in Aries.
Oh,
and
damn.
your
Fiery.
Venus is in Gemini.
I'm very passionate.
So Caesar, there's a reason why you're connecting with Finley so much. Her Venus sign is Aries. Your Mars sign is Aries, which means there's some tension. You're compatible. Get married. Have a baby. Start a family.
We can practice.
Yeah. But isn't that interesting? Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be like the same sign where you're compatible, but if one influences the other, that
Yeah.
shows those compatibility.
Wow.
And like the straightforwardness and the little bullying and like the
Very
tension, the
Aries.
push and pull, like that is all me, baby.
Yeah. No, I love that.
Okay, so this is just highlighting your sun sign and your moon sign. Can be very expressive, yet has an inner sensitivity that makes them a bit wary and cautious. Emotionally, they are subject to many ups and downs, which are directly caused by the events revolving around them. They enjoy connecting with people, and they enjoy talking and expressing their thoughts. They have a funny nature. They have a weird sense of humor. Yes. Caesar's weird.
That's why the podcast.
Right.
Thank you.
Those who get to know him better will see that they are not nearly as mean as they may first appear.
It's that intimidating.
Yeah.
You're intimidating.
Wow.
Very considerate, polite, well-mannered. You're the best man I've ever met.
Thank you.
Have a very sharp mind, eager to learn new things.
All true. All true.
As in, like, this duo, because it affects men and women differently. So you being a man with these two signs, you always want to talk, and you have very excellent listening skills. You like to talk about feelings. You can tell the thoughts of his partner by looking at his mannerisms and your facial expressions. You like to feel wanted. Who doesn't? And you're incredibly gentle,
Wow.
which I see.
Finley, are you listening to that part?
Yeah, no, all of that clicks.
Yeah.
Plus, you know what's sexy? Intelligence.
Yeah.
And communication.
He's fluent when it comes to the heart. Love
Yeah.
that.
Nice.
Wow.
Wow. This is really good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't it weird? Like, this is the shit that, like, when I'm feeling, like, a little down and I want to read something that, like, if I feel insane, I'm like, okay, there has to be a reason other than, like, you know, nature versus nurture. There has to be, like, a different type of reasoning behind it. And then I read that and I'm like, oh, that makes me feel a little better. Am I crazy still? Yes. But at least there's
a reason.
Yes.
Finding the answer.
But also it's like, it's hard to perceive yourself often.
Yeah.
And it's also like, I love the people around me, but I don't always trust them when it comes to telling me who I am. And so there's things that I innately know about myself, and there's things that the people I love innately know about me. But to read it from a third party perspective that's very blunt, very straightforward, it almost like solidifies, like when people are like, I don't understand why you can't see all these good things about you. And then you read it on a page and you relate it to the things that people have mentioned. Like someone said you were intimidating. You have a podcast. Like, yes, you like to talk. You like to be intellectual. You like to talk about your feelings. Like when everything kind of lines up like that, it's almost validating in what you're doing as a person and what you're doing with your life and how you move in the world. Like it's very, it's very heartwarming to hear.
It is a really nice sense of validation for sure.
And you kind of have a direction now when you feel a little bit lost. You're like, okay, these are the core things about my personality that I can hold on to during this time.
And they're not necessarily flaws. Like these are things
not.
that can like build me up and strengthen me more.
Wow.
We're hitting you with it today.
No.
We are hitting
I feel seen.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, thank you.
You deserve to feel seen
Yeah.
Thank you.
and appreciated.
Oh, this is a whole episode of us being obsessed with Caesar.
Yeah.
Thank
Well, okay, we did Caesar. Now let's do Mia.
Yeah, Mia, go.
Oh, I have to read about myself?
Do you want me to read about
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Okay. The one I sent you?
You guys, this one I think I liked a little bit better because the first one that was sent
So harsh.
I'm not mad that it was harsh, but it was like
neither,
such a robotic side of me.
Yeah.
That's kind of, I hate, there are certain ones that I'm like, I really just need this right now. And
Like
you crushed
I
me.
like it because it shows me a mirror. Like I definitely can be this way, but I think it's more like if I'm going through a hard time, these are the things that push out more in me. And there's another side of when I'm like adaptive and can, just take it.
Yeah, it's a different kind of explanation.
Yeah.
This one versus the other one we sent.
So
So
we just did this like 3 days ago. Me and Finley were just sending stuff back
learning
and
about
forth
each other because we're obsessed with each other,
Right.
and we want to learn more about each other always.
Right.
So this one says the Virgo Sun Capricorn Moon woman depicts an active, responsible personality, a leader with an analytical and judicious mind, dedicated to work but easily bored with routine. She is known as the most hardworking woman. She has all the qualities to become a great businessman or renowned engineer.
Whoa.
An analytical skill enables her to understand other points of view and be tolerant of different ideologies. That's that, like, you're open-minded and you can relate to everyone and you're incredibly hardworking. People look up to her because she's an influential counselor who will give you the best advice she can think of on any topic with sound reasoning. The Virgo Capricorn woman is the embodiment of a strong-willed, self-obsessed, ultra-conservative type of woman.
The self-obsessed part was
She prefers stability and security and stays in the background, not seeking much attention from others.
She's a pervert.
I thought I heard that too, and I was like, yes.
Yes.
But yeah, she's wise in life, just like an owl with big eyes of wisdom and common sense. She's very moody and has the ability to project her emotions on everyone around her. This Virgo Sun Capricorn woman also strive for perfection in themselves and in others. The combination indicates a number of practical gifts, including a sense of form that has always been respected.
Wow.
Dude.
And there's a lot more, but
yes.
essentially incredibly
Mia.
hardworking, incredibly wise, open-minded, intellectual, emotional,
True.
pervert wise. I'm
No.
sorry, I can't read
No,
it.
but like that's exactly what like Mia is. Oh my god, the part where it was talking about like perfection and like stuff like that, and you were like, "Sorry, guys." No, there's a part like from work that I remember. Just like sometimes I like listen back to it. And I'm like, yes, like it's stuff I need to hear myself. But it's when you were talking to everyone when you were a manager, and you're like, "I'm incredibly nice and extremely fair," and I was like, "Yes, you tell them that they're." Fucking stupid. It was like, yes. So sometimes I'm
With
like,
the basket timer?
yeah. So sometimes, like, when I need to, like, tell myself, I'm like, no, I'm asking for what I want and needing what I need. I'm like, I'm incredibly nice and extremely fair. I have to tell myself that.
Because if I don't, people are gonna be like, okay, who the fuck is this bitch?
Yeah.
She does not get sit down.
No,
Sit
but
down.
you know what it is to be hardworking and also have a good time. It doesn't have to be like boring and hard and like just work does not have to be work. It can be incredibly fun if you're doing what needs to be done and if you're working hard and that just encapsulates who you are as a person. But there's also so much more to both of you than those traits. And that's what makes you unique. And that's what makes you special is on top of these like core things that sit within your soul, you have all of your experiences and all of your relationships and your past and your future and your dreams and your mind and your heart. Like all of these things make you incredibly special and unique. You're not just your signs and the things that you can relate to with others, but these are parts of you that can help you better understand yourself and be the best version of you.
Right. Yeah. Like I always think of sun sign as like you came out that way, you're fully cooked. Like no matter how, like who influenced you, what experiences you go through, like that's you.
The normal sign, like the one that you'll be like, I'm this. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I am a Libra.
I know.
Gemini.
Oh, at least all of our signs go good together.
That's pretty cool.
Sure.
That could be.
I've met so many people who are like, you're a Libra.
Well, I also want to say,
what does that mean?
Geminis are scary.
Every single person who either gets married or is in a long-lasting committed relationship, their signs are compatible. And the people who break up, they don't have compatible signs. So I just want to throw that out there.
But you don't have to be compatible through and through. There's some things that you can be iffy on. But if you love each other enough and you are compatible in things like communication, like you can work through those problems.
Right.
But if you're like straight up uncompatible when it comes to your sun sign and those kinds of things, like
it shows.
It shows. It does.
It's stupid that I'm just like a little girl saying that where I'm like, astrology is real. It is. It's so real. It's disgusting. And sometimes it makes me itch all over.
I find it fun.
I want to date every sign.
Oh, I would love to meet at least like one sign or every sign once.
Yeah.
Because, I have specific experiences with signs, and it does seem to be consistent. But there's some that are better than others. I think it's interesting. You guys all have... Because, Jessie, what's your moon and your rising?
Taurus, moon, Pisces, rising.
No. Okay, because I was going to say, you guys are a lot of, like, earth and air.
Yeah.
Is Libra...
And I'm fire and water.
That means.
With a little bit of air.
And I'm a perfect mix of all of it.
Well, yeah, my chart is very... balanced, which is why I'm so massively confused all the time.
Is Libra an air sign? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow.
So you and Caesar vibe.
Do we? I think we all vibe pretty well.
No, but like that's the type of relationship that like you guys have. It's like usually if you're two air signs together, like because you guys are so similar in a lot of ways, like you'll flow back and forth through each other. Whereas like Finley's a water sign and
I'm water and fire.
Yeah. And
you guys are earth and air.
Yeah, earth and air.
So we complete each other.
Wow.
Right.
So what's a Virgo?
Earth.
Earth? Okay. Because I have, in my family, it's my mom and my brother are Virgos. Me and my oldest brother are Libras. And then my dad's a Scorpio.
Damn.
Good mix.
Really interesting.
That's super interesting. Yeah, my mom's a Virgo. My dad's a Cancer. And my sibling's a Leo.
Wow.
So,
but that makes sense because she has a Leo moon. Guys, it all intertwines.
Wow.
It does.
I hope everyone listening to this is like those guys.
But I'm so gonna be that kind of mom that like plans my pregnancy around the babies.
My sister literally just made a joke the other day where she's like, "Oh no, like we're not gonna have sex around this time. Like I don't want a Scorpio baby."
No,
and I was like, "Okay, interesting."
And I could not live with another Pisces. I just couldn't.
Pisces men are crazy. The best kiss I've ever had on multiple occasions has been from a Taurus man.
Wow.
So many Tauruses I've kissed. One is gay. That's also another theory that I have that maybe gay men are better at kissing because they, you know,
Because you kissed a gay man.
right. Yeah. And that's why.
Wow.
See,
Because I
I think
trained.
women are better.
Yeah. I mean, there's a
Well,
level.
it's different. It
It's
depends on what
different.
kind of kiss you like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caesar, it's okay. You can prove me later.
Oh my God.
I
The
wasn't gonna go there,
sexual
but-
tension.
Well, I mean, you were thinking it. He was thinking it.
That's what, yeah, I
Sorry.
heard it.
Also, no, yeah, I can read mine. So
Yeah.
be careful.
Whoops. Sorry then. But what I've been
No,
thinking about
don't be
this whole
sorry.
time.
Never apologize. Don't apologize for existing. You're fine.
you guys, I'm
Mia's not even
freaking
here
out.
right now.
I'm literally
Looking
out of
right
body
through you.
experience.
I like Caesar's just talking through Mia this whole time.
Oh my God. I don't really know how to feel now.
Sorry.
All right. Well, we have some business
We were
to
talking
attend
about
to.
we were talking about like familial sign
Yeah,
compatibility.
familial,
So
yeah.
just like end that, just like wrap that
It
up.
ended.
It ended.
It ended.
Okay.
So,
Cut it there.
all right, guys.
Damn.
We did a lot in this.
Wrap it
We
up.
did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do your little wrap up.
No, I got scared. Why didn't you do it? You were so good at leading this episode.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
go
was?
Caesar.
Okay.
Yeah, in
Yeah,
the beginning,
go.
you started so strong. Let's
Daddy
go.
was in control.
Daddy was in control. Mommy was in control.
All right, guys. This is Decade Dialogue, where me and my friend Mia talk about anything and everything, and then also nothing at the same time. That's my version of what you say.
That was really
Uh,
good. You fucked it up, but it was really good
Shout out
still.
to our guest Finley,
Ooh.
and then shout out to Jesse producing.
Ooh. And then obviously shout out to me and Caesar because it's our podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Woo. And more Decade Dialogue.
Woo.
Hi, this is Finley Taylor, and you're listening to Decade Dialogue. Like, subscribe on all social media platforms.